Leonard Conte, a proud farmer, walks tall as he sets foot in his rice fields. In this region of Sierra Leone, for some time now, Leonard and his pure rice farmers have gotten a newfound ally. Actually, a new variety of rice called ROK10, developed through research and deemed more efficient, has won the hearts of thousands of producers. Some believe that thanks to its good yield per hectare, it is a mighty weapon against poverty.
ROK10 will help a great deal to alleviate poverty and contribute to self-sufficiency, food self-sufficiency in Sierra Leone because of its high yield. If you have a variety that is high yielding and which the people like, the eating quality is good, people will go to its production more than other varieties. And in so doing, because it's high yielding also, the productivity is high, surely it will help in alleviating poverty and contribute to food self-sufficiency in this country.
The very mention of the name ROK10 conjures up a music album rather than agriculture. However, Sierra Leonean farmers who have already tried ROK10 think it is a flagship variety of its own. In fact, thanks to its high yield and resistance to harsh cropping conditions, ROK10 is the preferred and most coveted rice variety of the farmers of Sierra Leone.
This is ROK10. We are growing it the second time. This is the off-season, but we insist on growing it because we want to multiply the variety because it's a highly demanded variety. Farmers need it, so we need to crop it twice in the year so that we can have more seeds of it to distribute countrywide. This variety, ROK10, you can grow. This is an IVS condition, inland valley swamp. It can also grow well in the bolly. It can also grow well in the mangrove. So you can multi-locate it. As long as it's a lowland condition, ROK10 can grow there. It's high yielding and well adapted to our local conditions here. Even in neighboring Guinea, people they come here to buy it to go and crop. So its yield per hectare is about, under well-managed conditions, it's about 4 to 5 tons per hectare you can get from this variety. In the highly developed swamp, where the swamps are well developed with good water control and all the other inputs, you can even go up to 6 to 7 tons per hectare of this particular variety.
ROK10 is high yielding. It's resistant to crop damage, particularly at the seedling stage, and more so it can tolerate this submergence, the tidal effect. Normally tides comes in twice every 6 hours. So if you want to grow any rice, it must be a meter and above. And ROK10 has this advantage. It is tall, which means it can withstand this submergence, the inflow and outflow of the tidal water. The other advantage is that it is high yielding, resistant to crop damage, and then adaptable to the mangrove conditions, and also preferred by farmers.
In Sierra Leone, many rice farmers are totally enamored of ROK10. This rice variety has aroused the interest of all the male and female farmers because it is very suitable to the different rice growing areas of the country. This is the major reason appealing to farmers, in addition to its performances widely appreciated by all producers.
This ROK10, we like many ways where it get for we. The ROK10, one, when you plant them, it then at the field, it go like for look am.
We like ROK10 variety for many reasons. Firstly, ROK10 farms gives you a beautiful landscape. Secondly, consumers do like it because it is tasty. Thirdly, when you parboil it, it sells easily and its quantity increases more than other varieties, and you don't have many impurities. The advent of the ROK10 has given rise to many opportunities. Several stakeholders are involved in the value chain, starting from production to processing stages. With the low level of mechanization of agriculture in Sierra Leone, farmers often reach out to young people to help them in their work. Women who already intervene in the harvesting stage do play an active part in rice processing value chain. Marketing is also an important and lucrative step which employs many people in the country. All these steps therefore offer employment opportunities for the young people and women.
If a farmer is cultivating about 10 hectares, he alone cannot do that. He has to use hired labor because machines are not easy to come by here. Those people who have machines are very few. Only those business centers have machines, but the ordinary farmer don't have. You have to hire, and even if you hire, you have to pay the operator. If you don't have machines, they are manual labor. They use these hoes and dig. They dig, they puddle, all those you will pay. You feed them and you pay them. So at a certain point of the year, the young boys get employment in that way. Instead of sitting idle, they will be calling them there, go to my farm today, come here today. They will fight for them. So it creates employment for them, source of income during the production stage. And in the rice production process, there are people who are both farmers and traders. Some produce, and at the end they process and sell. There are people who don't produce at all, but they benefit from the farmer. They will come and buy the product, process it, and when you process, you also have to employ people. Like when we were parboiling. If you come here during the production period, peak production period, you'll find some women drying, others winnowing, some will be parboiling. So you have to employ people. You cannot do it alone. You have to get some other hands to let things work. In that way, you create employment for people.
This rice, and first of all, the people them where they come.
ROK10 is a good rice variety because people like it. Its grains are fine too. When customers come from neighboring countries, they prefer it because it sells very quickly. Buying and selling ROK10 variety is a profitable business indeed. ROK10 results from the collaboration between Sierra Leonean and Japanese governments and the World Bank. Within the framework of the WAP, the West Africa Agricultural Productivity Program of the Corps of WECART, the West and Central African Council for Agricultural Research and Development, Sierra Leone has benefited from the support of the IDB, the Islamic Development Bank, to train farmers and urge them to massively adopt ROK10.
WAP Sierra Leone is a project funded by both the World Bank and the Japanese government, as well as, of course, the government of Sierra Leone. It is part of a regional project that encompasses 13 countries in West Africa. The basic idea actually is to introduce new varieties, new technologies among these countries and make sure that they are disseminated across the countries. Well, WAP is providing support directly to the research station, the ROK10 research station, which is responsible for developing these varieties, as well as we are providing support to the Extension Division of the Ministry of Agriculture, which is responsible for disseminating these seedlings to the farmers. And as far as the farmers are concerned, at the innovation platform level, we provide support, of fertilizers, training materials. We also involve them in our training activities so that they are aware of the advantages and the processes of, growing ROK10.
Countless number of opportunities has been generated through the development of ROK10. The performance of the rice variety now enables Sierra Leonean rice farmers to provide a clear-cut solution to the nagging issue of production of agricultural-grade seeds which faces most of West African farmers.
We have seen some great improvements, vast improvements. Our farmers are now able to have access to huge quantities of seed at one go. Where the station in the past would have just been able to produce 20 or 30 bags. Now we are producing thousands of bags that will serve the country better. So WAP has really contributed to improving the livelihoods of our farmers and the economic status of this country as a whole.
As part of the development and large-scale extension of this technology, young people have been paid special heed. In fact, the creation of these new crops varieties is deemed to be an economic windfall for young people who seek to engage in farming. In view of the performance of these technologies, thousands of young Sierra Leoneans have been able to create their businesses and make money either in the production, processing or marketing of rice.
Well, with the WAP coming up, we want all the youth to take part in the message. And the message I'm giving them is to form themselves into organizations, service providers. They form themselves into groups so that they can form a group for weeding, for plowing, for harvesting, and for fertilizer application, and for harvesting, and so on. So once they form themselves into groups, they cannot take part directly. They have employment, contracts, or direct employment, and they can get their own money. They can be gainfully employed throughout the season, the crop cycle of the ROK10.
If we are to achieve food self-sufficiency, the youths have to be involved because they are in the age bracket where they are more energetic, they can be more productive than the older population. So they should be encouraged to take more part in agriculture, and in so doing, incentives will be given to them so that that will attract them to come to farming. Instead of going to do this petty trading in the streets, going around with a small tray saying you are doing a trading, which is not profitable. You see, I think the youth should be involved more in rice production because rice is the mainstay of our economy.
Most observers predict a bright future for West African agriculture. The future belongs to those who believe in the sector today and who take the risk of starting up their own businesses to earn profits from agriculture. And only young West Africans can take this challenge and reap all the proceeds therefrom. This is also valid for Sierra Leone.
We are encouraging young farmers within their localities to stay there and to be shown that there is profitability in farming. So once they know that there is profit in farming, they will stay.
Similar to most West African countries, in Sierra Leone, agriculture employs more than 60% of the labor force. With the results of research conducted in the region, West African agriculture is poised to change dramatically. This is a major employment and wealth creation opportunity for young people of the region who are severely stricken by unemployment and underemployment.